Hello, and welcome to GDHS News. I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Meg.
It's time to discuss detentions again. We all know people have been avoiding them, but unfortunately for those lucky people who have detentions, you must serve all your outstanding detentions to attend the prom. Remember, it's on May 19th. Wait. Just a second. We're going to interrupt our regularly scheduled news show to bring you some breaking news from two of our field reporters. They have recently discovered something.
Frightful.
Something.
Awful. Something cruel. Something.
Okay, Megan. They get the picture. Here's Ben and Biff with the
sad
story. Take it away.
Ben here at Groton Dunstable High School, where there seems to be some kind of protest.
Yeah.
What is this?
Word up.
Oh, leader. Excuse me. Can you tell me what this is all about?
One of the science teachers is keeping a captive in her lab, and we want to put a stop to it, don't we?
How do you know that this is truly happening in this fine institution of learning?
We haven't been able to go inside, but we do have an inside source.
And who are they holding captive?
His name
George.
is George.
And who is responsible for this atrocity?
Miss Holt!
Let me tell you, I am disgusted. All right, over to you, Biff. Thanks, Ben. I'm Biff, and I'm here in the school with my Ultra Press Pass. And, oh, looks like here comes Mr. Dillon. Let's get a word with him. Mr. Dillon.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know about these allegations about George being held captive in a science room here at this school?
I think if it were true, I'd know about it.
So are you saying it is true, but you're doing nothing about it?
No, I'm saying I would know about it if it were true.
So it's not true then?
I always say what I mean and mean what I say.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Anytime.
All right. Maybe Ben has found someone who has something interesting to say. Hi, I'm here with Miss Barkov, a science teacher from GDHS. Hi, Miss Barkov. Have you seen the protest outside?
How could I miss it? It's a sea of people out there.
And how do you feel about it?
Well, are we expected to save every flea, every mosquito?
Well, no, but aren't you a little concerned about the plight of George at the hand of your colleague?
I just don't think the activists understand what they're suggesting. You can't just go and free George, who has been in captivity his entire life. Well, he'd be like a fish out of water, and it would not be a pretty sight.
Well, thank you. That's a good point, Ms. Barkov. Maybe another science teacher can shed some light on this murky event. Back to you then. Mr. Siren, being in the science department, you must know something about George and his captivity.
Yes, I'm aware of George.
Can you tell us more? Is he being used for some kind of experiment?
Perhaps, but couldn't it be that he's the experimenter, like all the millions of white mice inhabiting the Earth?
The white mice?
Yes, for decades we thought they were the subjects and we were the experimenters, when actually it's quite the opposite.
Is this common knowledge?
It's in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
A science text, no doubt, but what is the answer?
42.
42 for George?
There are always two sides to an equation. 2 ways to skin a cat, 2 ways to flay a fish.
I see, but will you do anything to free George?
I can do nothing until all the data has been thoroughly evaluated, extrapolated, and extricated. By then, George could be belly up.
You mean dead?
Yes, I'm sorry to say.
Dire straits, I'd say. There must be someone who can help George. There must be someone. Right, I'm here with Mr. Donnelly. It's rumored that you'd like to help George.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to get my hands on George ever since I heard of the travesty.
Really? And what seems to be the difficulty?
Well, it's a slippery subject. It's not that easy to accomplish.
I see. Well, if you could free him, what would you do?
Well, I grill him, of course.
Awkward. All right, let's get out of here. Quick, we're gonna sneak attack Mr. Arena right now. Let's go. Mr. Arena.
Oh, I know why you're here. I've heard about George. I can throw in my 2 cents.
Oh, please do. Please do.
Truth is, you never know what that science department's up to. They do some shady things. You got cats and formaldehyde. You got some sort of robots throwing some stuff around, and then you got Miss Holt down in the dungeon. I don't know what the heck goes on down there. I wouldn't be surprised if something fishy is going on down there.
Will you do anything to help George, though?
Oh, when the time is right, I might be willing to roll my sleeves up and get after it a little bit, but right now, I don't know.
Thanks for the information. We're passing the learning center with Mrs. Anderson Thomas. Excuse me, can I have a moment?
Certainly.
All right, Mrs. Anderson Thomas. I'm here from GDHS News, all right? Can you tell us anything about George? Have you heard about his captivity? Have you seen him? What do you know?
I don't know much, but I do think Georgie is like a pet to Miss Holt. And I'm sure she's giving him all the love he needs. Apparently, he wasn't getting what he needed where he was living before. And that's why Miss Holt took him in. She's very kind. It's a nice thing to do.
You certainly raised a good argument. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Quick. Oh my! Look, here comes a student now. Maybe she can help us. Excuse me, have you heard anything of the plight of George? Have you heard anything at all that could help us?
Oh, Giorgio, wherefore art thou, Giorgio?
We have a pretty good idea where he is.
To free or not to free, that is the question.
That just about
Friends,
sums it
teachers,
up.
GD News, lend me your ears. I come to expose Holt, not to praise her. The evil that teachers do lives after them. The good is often turned with their bones.
It sounds as though you would like to help George.
If it were done when 'tis done, it were done well. It were done quickly if the rescue could trammel up the consequence and catch with his release success.
You don't sound very confident.
Some consequence hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin this fearful date.
Oh, and all our yesterdays have lighted souls and way to dusty death.
You knavish horn-mad waterfly!
Yes, and all the world's a stage and all the women merely players, that they have their entrances and their exits. Miss Gray, can I have a few words with you about George, you know?
I have no time for this. You need to talk to some of the old guys in the science department. They're well caught up
Will
with
you
George.
at least help free George? It's a big deal.
I've got bigger fish to fry. No.
All right, now here's Mr. Bosch. Have you seen the demonstrators outside?
Oh, right. The Free George signs? I guess our president is doing some early campaigning.
And for what?
You know, in the event he puts himself in jail for leaking top secret information to the press, he might need the public to vote him out of jail, that is.
No, the protest concerns one of the science teachers and their captive, George.
Oh.
Yeah, my colleague Biff said that you've known George for quite a while. Are you the one who gave George to Miss Holt for safekeeping?
Who told you that?
I'm sorry, I can't reveal my sources.
It was Mr. Fitz, wasn't it? Well, he's the one who gave George to Miss Holt, not me. But as science curriculum leader, it is my job to investigate.
So you will do something?
Oh yes, you better believe it. I will leave no pebble unturned.
All right, well thank you.
Well,
back to you, Biff. Mr. Fitz, Mr. Bosch said you were the one who gave George to Miss Holt. Is this a true accusation?
Absolutely not.
Do you know who it was?
Yes.
And who, might I ask?
That'd be Mr. Bosch.
Interesting, that's very odd, because why would Mr. Bosch be willing to dive into the investigation if he were the one connected to it?
Mr. Bosch will tell you whatever you want to hear, but he won't really do a thing.
And why is that?
He's retiring after this year. Between you and me, he's been trying to get rid of George for a long, long time.
How?
By flip-flopping on the issue. Talk with Miss Holt. She'll tell you.
Things are beginning to smell a little fishy to me. Quick, this is where I was told to meet my informant. This is where I made me all my inside information. Quick, let's take a look.
Hurry up, we don't have much time. Did anyone see you?
No, but don't worry, you're incognito.
What? Oh yeah, the glasses. Right. Look, Biff.
My bad.
Oh, sorry. You reporters all look alike. A microphone in one hand and a press pass in the other hand. By the way, do you have a pass? Oh, all right. You're good. Ben, you have to help George. You've got to call the YMCA, please.
You mean the ASPCA?
Exactly, and call the PTA.
Oh, PETA?
I'm sure George would like some fresh PETA, and don't forget the ARP.
Animal Rights Protection.
And the WWE.
World Wildlife Federation.
Is there an echo in here? I couldn't keep it under my hat any longer. I had to let the cat out of the bag.
No.
And it's time to come out of the closet.
Wait. I see.
Let's get out of the closet, Ben.
Oh, okay.
You'll do what you can, right?
Right. But, I mean, what do you want? His release?
Release? It's too late for his release. He can't swim with the big guys now. My compatriots and I have another plan. We'd like him to have a room with a view.
Revolutionary.
Thank you. And maybe some summer lodging.
Sounds good. Anything for George.
Quick, get out. Before anyone sees you.
I want to get your side of the story before we go any further. Miss Holt, are you keeping my friend George captive?
Definitely.
How long has it been since George has seen freedom?
This will be my 3rd year.
Do you perform experiments on George?
Definitely I do.
Do you enjoy it?
Yes, all the time.
What kind of sick games are you playing with George right now?
Integrated science, biology, AP biology, molecular biology, in all of them.
Really? What is your favorite experiment to torture George with?
My absolute favorite would have to be when we transform the E. coli bacteria to fluoresce.
Oh,
UV
man.
light.
You
green.
let the students perform DNA extractions on George?
They do.
You're a monster. Do you think it hurts, George?
At times they can be.
Do you think middle school students would be nice to George?
Probably not. I've heard they're a little wild at the middle school age.
Don't you think that George might deserve to be set free?
No, not for now.
Will you please give us one look on George?
I absolutely hate lima beans. They're pasty in your mouth. Oh, I always used to pick them out of those.
Oh, yeah. What kind of monster are you?
We did it, didn't we, Henry?
Sure did.
Not a mouse! Where's George? I told you. It was the tank on the left. I did take the one on the left. Not your left, my left. So you're right. Oh, you're right. No, wait, no. You're right. Oh, I am? What? Henry, I told you take the other one. You did? Yeah, so what do we do now? Go fish.
Yo, Biff, what do you think about the startling investigation, huh? Not much, Ben, because I'd say that this fish is fried. I feel like I've been like swimming upstream or something. Okay, Mr. Grumpy Gills, but a real expert can catch anything. Yeah, but it takes a man who is a thinker to catch the big one. Hook, line, sinker. You know what I'm talking about? See if you can get this riddle. All right, 1, 2, 3. Alive without breath, as cold as death. Never thirsty, but ever drinking. All in mail, but never clinking. Whoa! What do you think? I've never seen Lord of the Rings? Easy fish. Now answer this one for me. What fish is the most valuable fish? Easy peasy, kid. We're looking at the goldfish. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, doesn't look like we're gonna get anywhere here today. So that's it, I'm out.
Back to you.
Does George like lima beans?
Say it again, but wait for everyone to be quiet.
Are you serious?
But she says I don't like lima beans.
Yeah, but like she's talking for the monkey.
Yeah.
I mean, the fish.
No, what did you say?
Do you think middle school students would like to torture him with you?
No, not probably.
Maybe they'll be nicer to
Do you
George.
think they'll be nicer? Stop talking to the microphone.
Do you think middle school students are nice?
No! Don't think the same.
By the way, where's your pass?
Right here.
Oh, all right. Can we have a pass?
That's all I have for this week. I'm Megan.
And I'm Alyssa. Have a great day.